the nighttime. Trap nigga with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like tie-dye. I'm just tryna get it, I ain't tryna die. She got a big ol' on your booty, make the world cry. In the kitchen, wrist twisting like it's stir fry. Hold them bands down.
Yes. It's your boy.
What the hell was that? It was like a little Flavor Flav feel. Like I was waiting for that nigga to sing.
Listen, boy, it's your boy King. Listen, they making fun of me, man. It's usually Gent to get messed up on his intro, but it's your boy King Des here. I'm here with my guys. What it is, fellas?
Easy, Mr. Gent out here.
Yeah, man. So we here. We got some real shit to talk about tonight.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Let's talk about it.
If you gonna come in, nigga, come all the way in. You know the nigga want to double dutch, but he ain't put his whole, he ain't jump in.
I was thinking he was gonna keep going.
I thought you was about to drop it.
I was just trying to get it on the Migos ad.
Bunch of coulda, shoulda, would ass news. What we talking about today, Jesus?
So we talking about sex. You know what I'm saying? All things sex, I suppose.
All things sex.
Hey,
y'all better tune. Y'all better stay tuned for this shit, man.
There's so much we can always talk about when it comes to
I'm
sex.
taking my pants off right now just to get
what?
ready for it.
No, you are not, nigga. No, you are
what?
not.
The entire fuck was what?
You know what I mean?
So we not supposed to do this in our underwear?
Why does this nigga really take his pants off? Hold on a second.
No, he's not.
Put your pants on, dog. Jesus Christ. Nigga out here with a pair of tidy whities and a peach Nautica shirt, y'all. It might be salmon.
I was
Is it
about
salmon?
to say that is salmon.
Okay.
That's salmon right there. Man.
Okay. All right. We see you.
I'm glad you know your colors.
Hashtag seafood. We see y'all here. You know what I'm saying? What you drinking on, Gent? What you drinking on?
Drinking on that wild turkey honey. Yeah. And this thing is, I'm a whiskey lover, man. I'm a cigar smoker, aficionado, man. Let me just tell you, this is a great pairing with some of the best, like Padron, Gurkha, Cellar Reserve. I mean, I know y'all ain't on that.
No, we're not on the cigar tip.
That nigga's holding the drink over all the electronics.
All of it. And when it breaks,
and I feel safe. You feel safe?
I mean, I'm over here, so
we get a lot of feedback on from the listeners, man. If you guys, please, I'm gonna say it before, I'm gonna say it after. We need y'all to comment on this because we about to get deep into it, and we gonna give it to y'all raw and uncut.
And who doesn't like talking about sex?
Hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, what about sex, Jesus?
Let's jump into it. What makes a woman stand out to you? What sexual experience? Why do you remember her? You know what I mean? Because if you really think about it, when you think about sex in your past conquests, typically a few people come to mind. I don't think you remember and reminisce about every woman you slept with. So what makes the ones that stick to your, you know what I mean, stick around in your mind? What makes them special?
I think for me, it is definitely the connection to make them stand out. I mean, like, 'cause this is the deal, man. Like, I'm gonna keep it real simple, guys. I know all the ladies out there, and I said this last time, and I got some feedback, but a lot of women think that they got the best poom poom ever on the earth, right? And to be honest, guys are not nearly that discerning. So a lot of y'all out here thinking you're really raw because of all the attention you're getting from men, and not realizing men is giving everything attention. So, you know, for me,
everything.
You know, for me, it's really just a vibe, man. Like, you know, and I'm sure Jen will touch on it because he got some fancy names for sapiosexual, some shit like that. But it's important.
So it's not the nasty shit. So it's not the girl that sucked you off and made you come in 3 minutes. So that's not the girl that you remember and you equate with great head whenever you reminisce. No. You're thinking about the girl who, she heard you. She spoke to your spirit. And that's why I remember
It's
her.
not necessarily...
And that enhanced the sex.
To me, it's not necessarily that. Like, what Des was talking about, like, I refer to myself as a demisexual. And the reality is, what a demisexual is just a person who doesn't experience true sexual attraction unless they form a strong emotional connection with a person. So y'all might think that's some whole shit, but the reality is,
I'm sure the ladies
like I have to care about you. There has to be some form of connection for me to lay it down. I've never had a one night stand. Like, real talk. I tried, but it's unsuccessful shit right there on that. But for me, the connection is just initial. But yeah, the sex still matters, dog. You can have the bomb connection and then you can't suck a dick, you can't ride something, you can't throw it back, you can't do some of these things, yeah, shut it down. Like, it's this and that, not just this or that.
Let me ask you a question. This is to either one of you. What do you remember more, or what's more enjoyable? Those two different questions. So answer either or both if you choose. The person with a great vibe with okay sex, or the person with great sex with a okay to subpar vibe. What do you? Let's say you got two on the team. Let's say you got two on the team. Who you going for?
Going for as far as to be with.
You got time. You got time to spend. Maybe not in a.
What's my ultimate decision? To be in a long-term relationship with this person?
Forgive me if I'm wrong. I thought that was everybody's ultimate goal.
Well, not maybe not.
Well, see, then that's why I asked that, because if I'm looking for something more casual, I will likely go with the great sex and the okay vibe, because the fact is, I'm not thinking about next week or next year. I'm thinking about that next nut. You know what I'm talking about? So the reality is, I'm gonna go that route. But if I'm thinking about forever, I will definitely consider the vibe more. But again, perspective is everything. Timing is everything for a man, especially. At 25, you're going to be thinking with your dick more than you are at 35. Facts. Which is why I always say a man really isn't ready to be in a relationship or married until around 30 or so, because then he becomes familiar with himself, what he needs, and you know what I mean. He can stop thinking with the wrong head and start thinking with the right one.
I think that vibe is everything. The vibe will allow you to honestly make every sexual experience real good. That vibe for me just makes me feel like you can laugh at yourself, you can mess up and not be your best version of yourself, and it can still be a wonderful experience. To me, it's comfortability, man.
It enhances the vibe.
Yeah, in everything. And I think that matters to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, vibe's important. The vibe is what brings you two together to even have sex. I mean, I think so.
You think so? You think no, not you think you.
It's a physical vibe though, in that sense.
Sexual
attraction. Versus that,
the mental.
Yeah, the
gotcha.
mental.
Okay.
So physically, you normally see him and you get a vibe like, I would fuck the shit out of you, girl.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know you, but you can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think women go through the same thing. They always say she decides immediately and knows immediately whether or not she will give you the draws. So the same way I think a man.
You really think a woman can look at you in 3 seconds and be like, I'm going to give him the draw.
I don't think she says I'm going to. I think she says I would.
I'm open to that possibility.
I'm open to that possibility. All you have to do as a man is not fuck it up. That's really what it comes down to. You go over there and you don't fuck it up, and you don't hit any of her buttons, any of her triggers. Oh yeah, you're gonna get the draws almost certainly. You know what I mean? If a woman gives you her phone number and you go out, if you're, you know what I mean, this, that, or another, you're going to get the draw. She intends to. She looks at you in a sexual way, which ultimately opens that possibility.
I've heard that women don't give their number out to guys that they would never fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point?
Yeah. Unless they're going to use you for some other reason.
Right, true. And y'all niggas know who you are.
Oh, yeah, tricking ass niggas, paying rent ass niggas, ain't smelt the pussy, but you paying a phone bill ass niggas, all they are. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you're doing that for the sake of a down payment, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, long game running ass niggas.
If you long game.
Bitch, I've been talking to you for 3 years now. You gonna give me the pussy.
Oh, my goodness.
3 years.
They say patience is a virtue.
That is past virtue right there.
That is ridiculous.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you that.
Sure.
One time for LeBron headline, man. If y'all watching this Lakers game, man, it's got a crispy every new season. All right, man.
Wow. I mean, the plugs is on point.
Man, you been talking about doing that? Them plugs.
Do that, man.
He just put cocoa butter in there.
No, that is cocoa butter is not black.
Cocoa butter do everything.
Solve for everything.
Cocoa butter do everything. Make your skin smooth. Look at me, guys.
What do you mean? So grow no hair then?
You know what?
It makes it.
I was gonna say the same thing, but the opposite way. Keeps your skin smooth. You know what I'm saying? Keeps your skin smooth. Nutsack feel. Woo. Like I'm 13, but it's bigger though.
So real quick question though for y'all. Little quick question for y'all, man. Is in a relationship, is sex primary, secondary, tertiary? If you gonna literally label out where sex falls in your realm, where should it fall, or where does it fall for you?
I think everyone's gonna be different. I think sex is in your top 3. Especially when you get into a new relationship, undoubtedly. Top 3 for sure. There's going to be trust and communicate, all kind of little sweet shit like that, but it's definitely going to be sex. Not to minimize those things. I don't want to minimize. No, I don't want to minimize those things. It's just, I'm saying we're talking about sex, so I want to make sure the focus isn't lost. I mean, you want to know he makes you laugh. He's honest, he's cool, all that, but you want to know he can, make you come. Shit, you want a nigga to make you bust on that dick. So, you don't want to get with a man that can't provide that. What kind of life is that? What kind of relationship is that? Sounds like failure to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, that you're going to set yourself up to be unfaithful because you're not going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Calling the plumber over to come through and clean them pipes. You know what I'm saying? Drop it off in your drawers.
So let me ask another question. This one for Dez right here. So do you feel like it's a requirement for you to be a 5-tool player? Meaning, from a baseball standpoint, you can kill head, you can kill doggy style, licking the booty. You doing everything. You a 5-tool player. You can get around. You can play all positions like that. Do you believe it's necessary, or do you feel, man, as long as she's good in 1 or 2 categories, I'm all right with this person being a forever sexual partner?
So she's licking your booty hole. Is that what we're saying?
I'm just saying.
I heard. That's just the way you phrase it. I just want to make sure he answers.
Yeah.
We're talking about the 5-tool player you're referring to. Are you talking about the man or the woman?
The woman.
No, the woman, yeah.
Do you need that from her?
Do you need a 5-tool player, or you can be fine with someone?
Do I need? Nah, I don't.
I'm talking about for longevity in a relationship.
Nah, I don't. Not for me. Because just me, I'm not. There's some things that I'm cool with not having. Like, I know a thing out here, with the booty licking or all the other stuff. I don't need none of that. So if she's like, I don't do that, I wouldn't be like, oh no, bitch, you gonna do it. Like, wouldn't be none of that.
So you would ask then to get your ass eaten? Is that what you're saying? I just want us again to clarify for the audience.
No, I've never have, never will. Nothing against people that do. It's not my thing. Like, I'm not a big drinker. I rather partake of things that are natural in the earth, tobacco and things like that. So to me, I believe the context of the relationship is important to the question. If we're talking about a long-term relationship, to Jeezy's earlier point, then I think there are some things that you take into consideration that you're like, look, I don't need that now, but could I possibly want that shit 2 years from now? Yeah. So I want a bitch with the capabilities and the will to be able to learn what I think.
But she's making a deal at that moment. So you can't, just like you sign a contract right now and you get warranty on your bumper, your engine, whatever, you can't add something later on at your leisure. The contract was already signed. So if you get with her and say, I don't need my ass eaten, and then 2 years down the road, you mad at her because she won't eat your ass, no, nigga, you fucking up.
Agreed. You can't be mad. Yeah, you got to listen. You get a feeling, man. If anybody who's ever been in a relationship with somebody that they love, whether or not you're in love with somebody you really cared about, you get a feeling, and look, I know what the pussy games like, the dick games like. I know what the vibe is. I know how smart or driven or they are or not, and this is how I feel about this person right now enough that I'll go into a relationship with them. You know what that is. And so two things happen. If you change or the person changes, then you're playing a whole different game now, right? Like, if that person isn't the person that you initially got with, then you have a right to be upset. If you begin to not be the person, and ladies and gentlemen, that includes your physical makeup. It includes keeping yourself tight. And I know we're talking about sex, but I just want to put that out there because, there's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of women that have used that. Oh, I had 2 babies. The little baby 13.
I know, and not even to go there. Just from the perspective of what we. And this is men and women. Like you said, we met and we looked like this. And when we saw each other, we were attracted and we wanted to fuck the shit out of each other. Let's keep looking like this.
Yes, sir.
And I know that we get older, and I know there's going to be a little weight gain, 10 to 15 pounds. Nobody's tripping over that. We're talking about 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So just don't get us wrong. We're not being unreasonable. in my opinion, and saying, "Oh, you done gained 10 pounds, 20 pounds, you tripping out here. You a fat bitch." Nobody's saying that. We're saying it's not okay to put on a substantial amount of weight and yet feel your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend should still be as attracted to you as they once were. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's fair. But so let me ask you a question. Do you think that a woman's desire or she has the will to want to please can be that factor that changes the game, where you might just be like, I'm cool if she doesn't have this because she's willing to learn. She has a will and a desire to learn. Do you take that into
consideration? Basically, if she's gives us a whack ass blowjob, can you stay in there and teach her? Anybody can be taught if they want to learn.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
If you're patient enough and you're willing to teach them, anyone can learn. Especially if you know your body well, you should be able to instruct someone to really, please you the way you want to be pleased. But just to speak to what we were talking about initially and not lose sight, I think you ultimately have sex with whoever you're having sex with. It becomes customized to what you like, to what you two both enjoy. You know what I mean? So great sex for you two is what you two say it is. And I think every couple has, those gives and takes where she may not ride the dick well, because let's be very honest here. A lot of women don't ride dick. And the ones that do, they can't do it for long. 30 seconds, they huffing and puffing like they ran a goddamn mile. You know what I'm saying? Stop that shit. So maybe you don't ride dick, so maybe you suck dick more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he dick you down so well, so he don't eat the pussy as much. You know what I mean? I think there's give and takes, pulls here and there. That's a good point. Because at the end of the day, you have to keep it real with yourself. You know you ain't riding no dick, so the nigga tired. When does he get a goddamn break? You know what I'm saying? He got to sit back and get some head, and you got to give head longer than 5 goddamn minutes because he was fucking you for 45. That shit ain't fair. You do the math. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be fair to your partner and remember it's what you two make it. So that kind of brings me into my next question. Do men do most of the work? When it comes to sex, are we doing all the work?
I honestly think that it really depends on the character of the individuals involved, because there are selfish lovers. I mean, I was a selfish lover, and I understand that role at some point.
Every man starts that way.
Yeah, I mean, is that true, or you think that's not true, that every man starts that way?
I think every man starts that way.
And then they learn that that's just not going to
What 14-year-old is getting in the pussy saying, I just want to please you, it's not about me? 6 strokes later, nut. You know what I'm saying? I'm bust. Get the hell out of here.
It just I'm telling you, it just depends on the situation. A woman in a typical situation, unless they're like ready to come, and a lot of chicks like to come on top. If they just really just trying to enjoy it, yeah, I think men are doing all the work. I'm talking about, or they wouldn't have came up with what's your stroke count. You know what I'm saying? Because your stroke count is almost everything in regards to your longevity in the game.
All the work, though?
I feel like they're doing a good majority of work.
I'm about to say all is a lot.
All is a lot, but I'm just saying, I think a good majority.
It can be all in many sessions, though. It definitely can end up like that.
And those sessions are not the sessions that I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't like those sessions where someone gets off and then I'm over here with my dick in my hand just saying so.
Well, that definitely shouldn't happen. I don't know who you fucking. But sometimes as a man, you just want to beat it up and you don't need no head. You just need 45 minutes to an hour just working your problems out in the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Just going to work, just forgetting about everything in life and just letting free off in that pussy. Oh my goodness, it's just liberating. You know what I mean? Refreshes your mind, body, and soul. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I tell you, I never felt closer to him than that. I think I said this before, but if you bust a nut and you don't feel Jesus, you ain't doing it right.
Man, that's a statement.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the partner. I think there are women out here who work. I think there are women out here who enjoy sex. They are educated. They're knowledgeable about their bodies, about the male body, and they're open minded. And that's a combination of the things you want in an active sexual partner. I think there's women out here who are uneducated about their bodies, uneducated about the bodies of men.
Just say lazy.
Well, I think some of them are lazy for sure, but I think that uneducated and lazy, right? Because to be, being lazy is worse. Lazy is I know but don't do. Yeah. Educated is I don't know.
I don't know any
right?
better.
So almost ignorant. So I think there's a lot of ladies out there who are lazy. I think there are a lot of ladies out there who are uneducated. And there's a lot of them that are both, and that's what you don't want in your life. Because that sounds like a bad relationship.
That's a double negative right there.
Yeah.
That's that not never.
I know not what. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that is. You ain't lying. So I think
you'll cheat on that girl the moment you get a chance.
Immediately.
And you'll cheat on that man too. And I say that after because let's not pretend like these chicks ain't out here cheating too. Who you think niggas is fucking?
Hey.
So no, real talk. So do you think that whack sex is the main cause to cheating?
No, I do not think whack sex is the main cause to cheating. And we're not going to get into this because we're not going to talk about cheating.
I'm not talking about cheating, but I'm talking about...
But it does reference sex. No,
how much does sex play into a man or a woman's decision to step out?
I think it could go either way. I think it could not be whack sex, but something missing in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Maybe you like your balls tickled and she won't do it for you. Maybe you are afraid to express it and you don't feel comfortable enough to ask her. You know what I mean? So in that case, then yes, the sex can lead to, a man cheating or a woman cheating because of what she's not getting or the sex being whack. But I also think the main cause is the frequency. I think that's frequency of sex what makes a man or a woman cheat.
I think that's all dependent on the person, the man or the woman, because Jezzy may be hypersexual than a mug. And
I need it. I take it every day. I'm always ready.
And if you can take it every day,
I'll take it.
Or give it. I'm sorry, my bad.
To say, what am I taking?
My bad, brother.
I'll take some head.
Okay, so there's things that he can take. Okay, pause, double pause. Either way.
I two titties in my mouth.
Oh, you can take that too.
They can't be that big if they both in your mouth.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
It don't fit either.
So no, I think it depends on me.
What you need, Gent? What you need per week?
If I can get 4 times a week.
Nigga, that's a lot, nigga.
I'm just saying, I don't need it every day. I can get 3 to 4 times a week.
I don't need it every day. I want it every day.
What you want?
We're talking about
what do I need? What's on my want?
Wants and needs are very close.
But see, wants and needs are close, but wants and needs in a relationship, you'd be a naive, foolish man to believe that your wants sexually in a relationship are realistic.
But Jezzy, this is what I would say.
Then you're not happy.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know.
We're asking wants because, listen, for every month, not for every, I don't want to say it's one for one, but you got dudes out there, they might be like you. You're like, yo, if I could get it, I would take it every day, right?
Yeah.
I know for a fact, because I have female friends, multiple that have told me I can have sex every day, but my dude ain't built like that. So my point is that
a lot of people ain't built like that.
I should have
shout out to Gent. I'm not
wherever those ladies are.
I'm not that dog.
And you know what? I guess then to be more reasonable, I wouldn't say 7 days a week. I'd say 5 for sure. And I want to say 6 because I don't even know what I did that 7th day, but I don't buy it. So I'm going to go out right now and say 6. But I also know that, again, what are the odds of meeting a woman who can actually keep up with, who has the same sex drive? So
listen, I would say this, right? I think it's important for the listeners to know, those who don't know us, without going into too much detail about, some of the non-interesting things about your boys here at Brunch, is we all highly educated professionals with advanced degrees, right? And I'm not saying that to be boastful or brag or anything like that, but what I mean by that is we all educated, we all professionals with senior level jobs. And so I think it's important to understand too, listen, I would tell you 3 to 4 times a week is good for me, right? Like I'm not saying I'm overjoyed, I'm good. Like there's no complaints about the frequency of sex. But that's because I got sports events I have to go to. I got work events I have to go to. I got to be up, I got to be out, I got to do things. I have to be here, I have to be there.
So lack of time.
It's because I have a life. Yeah. Listen, if I was a multi-millionaire with nothing to do but let my money work for me, I'd be fucking every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
So, I think that it's, for me, I can't speak for Jen or for Jezzy, but for me, I think it's important to put a lens over that 3 to 4 times a week I'm talking about. To me, I think that's 3 or 4 times that it keeps me happy, and I think it's reasonable for a partner I don't think that's too much to ask.
I agree.
You know?
So your 3 to 4 times is your want, and I'll say my 5 to 6 is a want. And you know what would make me content? What keeps me content? 2 to 3 times. 2 to 3 times a week is content, because let's not pretend you're not gonna, you know what I mean, throw in some masturbation there or something, you know what I mean, to really compensate.
Listen,
you know what I mean? That
fellas, masturbation is a lost art.
No, it's not. The hand job is a lost art. Masturbation been going on since forever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's the first thing you did.
You ever cheated on yourself? Use your other hand?
I mean, it just...
I'm a lefty,
it would
but
be
I'm
really
naturally
difficult.
a righty.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally a righty, but I don't know. I get
Sometimes you feel naughty, huh?
Yeah, I feel comforted.
You know, and just a tip, you know, quick tip.
Not
to
a tip. Not a
yeah,
quick
man,
tip.
because, you know...
no pun intended.
Ski. Well, you know...
No ski.
Light a candle, y'all.
Yeah.
Light some incense.
No, I
Close
want to
the
say this
blinds.
because,
Put on some
you know what I'm
Marvin
saying?
Gaye.
A lot of niggas ain't lasting long. You know what I'm saying? You know, the word is out, fellas. You in there for, you in there for 5 minutes, 10 strong on a good night.
Oh, man.
When you have some Henny and you're not getting the job done. What really works with that is learning your own body. You know, playing with yourself, taking yourself to the end, and then
It's called edging.
is that there's a name for it?
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
wow, there's a name for everything. White people always name everything.
Hey, by the way, I'm black.
I know. I'm sure you didn't come up with the term though. So again, bringing yourself to that point, but not, and then coming back down and just doing it. You really training your body so you can stay and last in the pussy. Because nigga, that's what you want to do is last. It's so good. Why would you want to get out?
What they say? You play how you practice, and you practice how you play.
Man, if that shit don't make sense, you know what I'm saying? And look at masturbation as practice, man.
Yes, sir.
And
without question,
what sport have, and sex to me sometimes is a sport.
it's athletics for sure.
Do you think
Definitely.
women find the fact that men masturbate disrespectful? I'm just saying, because in some sense, you know, I've heard people say, "Dang, that's disrespectful. Like I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing."
I think it is too. If your man's masturbating 4 times a week, you fucking up. You fucking up. If he's masturbating 4 times a week, oh my god, he is so unhappy sexually. You have no idea. If he's masturbating 4 times a week,
that means he's wanted to nut at least 4
oh
times.
my god,
you weren't able to make that
he
happen.
doesn't even feel like he can come to you every time he wants it.
No, that's a fact. That's
you
a fact.
laughing? This shit is real. Their
That's
relationship is in a place
real.
of turmoil, and she is unaware of it.
Hey, that is
if
real.
your man is masturbating 4 times a week,
Yes, sir.
seriously, you are not satisfying him. And if you really want him and you want to keep him there, and see, that's the shit sometimes that upset me. You brought up cheating earlier. For a man to be neglected and his needs not being met, and then for a consistent period of time, and you expect them to maintain fidelity wise, it's a motherfucker. And before you say, "Oh, but I'm faithful," yeah, you faithful because you was getting everything that you wanted. You was getting the dick twice a week, and that was okay with you. You know what I mean?
What I say earlier.
Sure.
You gotta be knowledgeable about your body as a woman, and you gotta be knowledgeable about how men operate, and not fulfilling your man sexually and allowing these things to happen is a prime example, right? They say in the law, a prima facie case of your ignorance with regards to what a man needs. And we're speaking in generalities here. So understand that, ladies. But I need y'all to get out your feelings for me real quick. Tuck them away in your back pocket, because we want to have a real conversation about this tonight.
No, and lead with the truth. Man, y'all throw the pussy away so easily and loosely early in a relationship. Got niggas fooled out here. What you need to do is spit it real from the jump. Ration the pussy early, 2 to 3 times a week, and then let him make a conscious decision. What do ladies always say? Be honest with me and let me make my own decision. Well, be honest with us, damn it, because y'all here selling lies. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
That's a fact.
Sure.
That's a fact, man. Let me tell you something. That's the real shit you ever spoke, man.
No, man.
Hey, that shit was real. That shit is real. And let me tell you something. If you don't take nothing else from this podcast, what my man Jezzy say, if your niggas masturbating at least 4 times a week, you're fucking up.
I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, look into yourself, into your relationship, ladies. All my listeners out there.
You can save
let me
your...
just tell you, and if he masturbates in front of you, that nigga don't even respect you.
And you know what, ladies? And you know what, ladies? The fact of the matter is, I disagree with him. I think masturbating behind her back is disrespectful. Masturbating in front of her,
It's an invitation.
nigga, that shit is an invitation. That shit is sexual. That shit is sexy. That's seductive. Ladies love that.
Yeah.
Most women love to watch a man masturbate.
However, when you masturbate and she rolls over on your ass.
Oh, you mean when you masturbating and she's sleeping right next to you? Oh, that's definitely disrespectful. I thought you meant masturbate in front of her. If you masturbating in front of her, oh my goodness. Most chicks love for you to jack that dick right off into their face. Right off, you know what I'm saying? They love that nasty shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
Oh yeah, jack that dick right off in my face. Sure, they love to see you. Just like men love watching women play with their pussy. You know what I mean? Women love it the same way. It's really no different.
Hey, real quick though, and listen, maybe I'm just speaking for me. Ladies, stop. I mean, I won't speak for everybody else. I don't need any pussy pics. I don't.
Dog, I was thinking the same fucking thing. I swear to God.
Not everyone has
Listen,
but everyone thinks that they do.
A lot of girls are like dick
I
pics.
think a lot of girls know they pussy ugly. Actually,
You think so?
Yeah, man.
You think there's awareness there?
No, I'm saying it's an ugly pussy awareness.
That Hardy's
man.
roast beef? That's what it is.
Man, that's horrible.
God damn.
I just think there's a small percentage
Google
of pretty
Hope Solo.
pussies, but for the most part, if you really to be real, like dick and pussy ain't the prettiest of things. Let's be honest.
They tools.
Like it really, that's the truth.
It's
Because
tools.
what do I want to see? I want to see some titties. I want to see some ass. You know what I'm saying?
Titties are made to be attracted to the eye.
And neither of those have anything to do with the actual sex.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when a woman wants to see a man, she wants to see, does he have a nice chest? Does he have nice abs? Does he have nice arms? It's body parts. It really isn't the dick. So yeah, do not send pussy pics. Don't nobody want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Spread all open and shit, like you having a goddamn what it's called? A pap smear.
No one want to see your birth canal.
Man,
Hey,
I don't want to see that.
I'm being
shit.
honest with you. He's not at home like, oh my God, look at that pussy. He's like, why the fuck she send me this? Let me tell you something.
Swear to God.
Send us some titty pics.
Nigga,
Send us some
happy
titty
as
pics.
hell.
Turn up.
He'll take 5 titty pics before he want 1 pussy pic. I'm just keeping it real. Listen, take that weird angle ass shot. Something.
Yes, anything is better than that.
The one when you bend down and you can see a little bit of the asshole.
Because that, otherwise, man, your thing look like an open envelope.
You know,
man.
that
Nobody
is
trying to see that slit.
he did bring up bending over all the way, not to see the asshole, because I'm not gonna ever agree with you there. But
You don't want to see the back.
You don't
not
see,
even
you
that.
don't want to see that.
You can't see that pussy from the back of that pussy.
You don't want to
really
see that
right.
pink balloon knot.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God,
But why is it pink?
that's disgusting. Yeah, it's only gonna be pink. Yeah, it's not gonna be pink everywhere.
Well, why is it?
I love
why
my
is it
black
pink?
ladies.
Or light brown.
I love
Why
it
is
could be dark brown.
Gent, why is it pink? Black girls have a pink asshole.
Probably because I don't like hyperpigmentation. What happened if I don't want
That's cold for
we doing my
That's
hybrid?
cold for he don't like niggas.
Oh,
That's tough.
That is.
That's sad.
And listen, I don't agree with it.
That's tough.
I don't agree with
really, I don't. Really, you don't agree with that?
I don't know.
Well, I know I definitely don't agree with
You
that.
know,
I
me
don't
and
think
Jezzy on one
anybody would
side,
argue
and
that.
we on the dark side, you on the light side. You know what I'm saying? We see how you're Gent.
that is
You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
but
Nubian white queen.
I go all the way around.
I was saying that to say, ladies, when you bend all the way over, it will give the appearance of ass. So this is a tip for all you flat booty bitches.
Yes,
bend
sir.
all the way over
All
with
hips.
your picture, and that hips, it'll make that ass look like you got something back there. Fool them, catfish them.
Yeah, but why
It'll
do
get
that though?
I mean,
Because once a nigga there, he's not going to be happy.
Let's talk about.
Once he's-
he won't be sad if your pussy wet, you
Let's
should-
talk about like that pre-sex, because everything. Let me tell you, pre-sex is just as important as. Because it's the shit that's leading up to the sex. It's the shit that make
You mean
you want to
foreplay?
have sex. That foreplay.
Why you make your own word called pre-sex?
No, I'm just,
What are you talking
no,
about?
hold on. I'm talking about pre-sex activities. That could be texting, sending pictures, sexting.
foreplay could still work, but
No, I'm not saying foreplay to me sounds like it sounds like you're already
Together.
in the middle.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm just talking about that. Really,
Get to that point.
yeah, get into
I
that
feel
point. Women, please, with the angles. You guys are giving all these angles, and I'm telling you, it's
deceptive.
it's very deceptive.
It's filters. Hashtag no filters.
Oh my
man.
God,
Listen,
Instagram filters.
bitch your eyelash. Your eyelash
Facebook
ain't that
filters.
long.
Yeah.
And your lips don't look like that.
Why-
And why your eyes was blue in the picture, but now your eyes is black?
Well, why,
Do you know
why
that-
are they as big as a fish?
I'm not. So yeah, I think that I'm not really a fan personally of surgery if I can help it. I think there's one thing if the individual is getting it for personal reasons, right? Like, look, you know, I'm getting a nose job, I'm getting some breasts, I'm getting my butt done because that's going to make me feel more comfortable and confident. I support that 100% because you're doing it for a reason for yourself. But if you get big titties, you get niggas.
Yeah, you're never gonna request it either.
Let me ask you a question then. So, do you think self-confidence is a huge turn on in your sex life rather than someone who
Definitely,
isn't?
confidence is sexy. The sexiest thing you can do in the bedroom, ladies. What attracts a man is your confidence. Doing whatever you do in your way is going to be sexy to a man. Effort will take you a long way. So if you just put in some effort and you're confident with your effort, man, a man will find that sexy.
And for my dudes out here who's listening, man, like, yo, do the same, man. Listen, go in there with confidence, man. Control the environment. Unless you niggas like to be controlled, then don't control the environment.
No, most women like to be controlled.
That's my point.
Yeah.
My point is go in there, control the environment, and go in there and do your business, man. Let me tell you something, fellas. If you got something you're not confident about, work on it, right? But at the end of the day, whatever the fuck you're not confident about that's physical, she already knows.
She already knows, dude.
Unless you done lied on your dick,
and she's still giving you the pussy. I mean, it's too late. She been fucked it already. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And she's still giving you the pussy. So be confident. Control that pussy. Every woman wants when you're inside of her and she's giving you herself. She wants you to do what you want. She wants you to control her and really give her the business. She wants to feel like a dirty little slut. You know what I mean?
That's the ultimate. We'll never understand this, right?
That's the best.
She is
gift.
being penetrated. She is allowing you to enter her body. Now I know I'm getting a little deep with it, but
I feel a certain way.
It's just the best gift.
Think about that. And that's
it's the best gift she could give you. It's the best gift she could give you, to be very honest with you. You know, and not to get all sentimental with this, but I truly believe sex connects you in such a way. You know, I tell people all the time, you may have a child with a person and you say, oh, we're connected forever. I hear you, you know what I mean? But that child is your blood. That person you had the child with isn't your blood. When you are really feeling connected is when you're intimate, when you're inside of her, and you know what I mean? He's inside of you and you are really and truly one. Sex is really beyond just the nasty shit. And that's really the beauty of sex, because as soft and pure and intimate as can be, that shit can get nasty and fucking ratchet and just
throat fucking.
Yeah, sloppy. Face fucking.
Choke,
you know what I'm saying? And chicks loving the chokes these days. You know what I'm saying? Choking is a big thing. You know what I mean? So
all my big niggas out there, be careful.
Yeah, you don't want to choke her out, but test her, because she might want you to choke a little bit more. You
gotta have a tap.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna give you that forearm tap, but sometimes she might tell you harder. You know what I mean? Squeeze those nipples.
Can I ask y'all a real question real quick? I'm curious, and I've heard this. What's more personal, fucking or kissing?
Oh, definitely kissing.
It's more personal or
more intimate.
Okay, let me just tell you something. So you have a girlfriend and you find out she cheated on you. Which one is going to be something that you can handle a little bit better? Is it the sex?
But listen,
or is it
let me
respond
to that. You can probably handle the kiss, but let me tell you why. It's because the act of fucking a woman. I'm gonna be real mannish for a second. Yeah. The act of fucking a woman is on some power shit too.
Yeah,
it's some power shit. So another motherfucker, the shit we was talking about, right? He done grabbed the lady by the throat, spit in her face, slapped her, and fucked the dog shit out of her.
Wow, he did all that. God dang!
And that's what I usually do.
She said thank you. And she said thank you.
Yeah. But my point is that there's some power associated with that too. Because let's be honest, if you found the motherfucker she cheated with, right? You found it was a nigga named Ronald, right? You met Ronald, the most meek, timid motherfucker you ever seen. He's borderline hermaphroditic. He's so fucking womanly, right? But she liked his mind. You're gonna be less intimidated than if a nigga like me showed up.
Yeah, and not even that. Gent, and not even that. I mean? If it was on some more, and I don't know, because if it was on some more emotional tip, the way he made me feel, the way he talked to me, versus
he had a booty hole. You ain't eat booty hole, brother.
Exactly. If she said because he was eating my booty hole and you wouldn't eat it, I'd actually thank him. I wouldn't. It wouldn't hurt me. It wouldn't hurt me like it would if he was reaching her on an emotional level that I couldn't.
And I've heard that. I've heard some of the feedback from women saying that, hey, listen, the emotional connection is worse than you just getting your rocks off on this once or twice situation or whatever the case may be. And I can understand both sides of it for real. But kissing is pretty intimate. I'm not because there's passion associated with kissing, and sex sometimes can feel as if it's a necessity or something, that a transaction that needs to happen. But the reality is, man, shoot, still I can get over that kiss, and I'd be like, in a second versus the other.
Versus him, yeah, and I definitely feel you on that. You can't get over a kiss quicker than you could get over sex, but I'm sure a lot of men would agree with this. They fucked many women that wouldn't kiss them while they were in the pussy. Like,
many women that they wouldn't kiss.
That they wouldn't want to kiss themselves for sure, but that women, I mean, I know for sure freshman year I hit something that she had no intention of kissing me, nor I her. You know what I mean? And
But think how fucked up that sounds.
Not really.
No.
It was just for the act.
Okay,
it wasn't intimacy. It was just sex. You know what I mean? Condom, protection. I don't know you well. You don't know me well. I couldn't tell you her last name.
That's the
you know
difference, though. That getting. It's the difference too. Is that with that sex, there can be some barrier in between you and that other person. You can penetrate another person without literally having your penis touch inside of her. But that kissing, when you're kissing, man, like
it's something sweet and soft and intimate about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you that thing. It'll get you there.
Yeah,
it'll get you there. You know what I mean? A good kiss like that, it opens you up almost. No, oh my gosh! You ever gave a chick a great kiss, just soft, pussy just ready, nigga? Oh my goodness! You slid in there.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what that is. What sound is that? Is it? That's a slurping sound. Okay.
Is that the?
She need to spit that out. I like that. Don't hold that spit in. Ladies, don't hold that spit in your mouth. Spit that shit out. Be nasty.
Spit it out. Spit it out. No, you want to swallow it?
No, the spit. No, spit that spit everywhere. That's the saliva I want to everywhere. I want your chest wet.
You ever had a gargler?
Of your cum?
Yeah.
I mean, per request, yeah. I've certainly.
No, just.
She just, that was her first.
Her
first idea was just to go. I mean, I don't know what she got from that.
No, I think she think it was good for the guy, and it was.
Yeah, entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, and you bring up a good point. Ladies, put on the show. No, I'm serious. If you're gonna take the nut in your mouth,
do something
or in your face, like act like it's the best thing that ever happened to you in your life. This is your man. This is your king. If you don't feel,
or it's a nigga you met at the club.
I mean, if it's a nigga you met at the club, why would you even be doing that anyways? You know what I mean? So if this is your man. But if you're doing that's nigga you at the club and you doing that, no judgment. But goddamn, girl, that's just how we doing it. I mean, shit.
Hey, you mentioned living the best life.
For real, live your life.
All the next these niggas.
What's amazing is it's called living your best life now. Back in the 90s,
it's called Big
O.
You said that he's
Yeah, man. Hey, listen.
We can talk about sex all
for real.
Day.
So, but this is Brunch with the Boys, man. We appreciate you. Again, Des said that we're going to get a number for you guys to be able to contact us, reach out so we can take some live calls and some recorded calls. But reach out on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Brunch with the Boys with a Z. Listen, subscribe. We need you to subscribe. You're going to get all these different updates.
Definitely. And I just want to leave on this note here. Ladies, you're telling niggas all the time, this is your pussy. You can get it whenever you want, however you want. Stop lying. You know that you don't mean that shit.
That was on his mind.
You know you don't mean that shit. You know you are saying it sound good. In a perfect world, it'd be the best thing ever. But you know you don't mean that shit. Stop telling niggas lies when he in the pussy that you can't back up when he out of it. Goodness gracious, keep it real. Do you love the Lord? The Lord says, do not lie.
Love the Lord.
Do you have any salvation? Be honest. What kind of dishonest person are you? Jesus.
Yeah. Coffee and brunch. We can have our conversations over coffee and brunch. Ha.